Softball head coach Philip Carr, heard before Lady Tiger Softball. Now Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Philip Carr. Coach of Salem Tigers got quarantined early on the season, missed their first 3 games, but they're ready to get their season underway starting today against Van Buren. Coach, it's kind of hard in the early part of the year when you're doing practice and all of a sudden get quarantined and try and come back and get ready. It kind of takes everything, all the steam out of the momentum you had in practice, doesn't it?
It's absolutely the worst situation that you can fathom. I mean, it's the second year in a row it's happened to us. And after it happened last year, we started off 2-7. It took us a while to get going. Then we finished 12-2 in our last 14 games. But a lot of people don't realize, especially most sports are repetition sports, and then you get that layoff for a considerable time period. And your opponents, they're practicing that entire time and they're playing games. So, it's like this week we have Van Buren tonight, and then we have Vienna at home Thursday, and they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
They were the state champs last year, and we travel to Alton this Friday in a makeup game. And, most of these schools have played 3 or 4 ball games, and plus had all their practices.
Right.
So, and we're scrambling. It's definitely not a good situation. You don't get to practice on anything enough. And, typically I like to run through things at least, 4 times before we play our first game. And, we're pretty much at 2 in most of those things. So the good thing we got several seniors on the team that at least understand from the past a lot of what we do.
And when you look back, and like you said last year, you kind of went through the same thing and start picking up momentum as the year went on, and you really want to be going hot at the time the districts start. But the thing is, it's demoralizing to start the year out because, as you mentioned, you're 2 weeks behind already starting this game tonight against Van Buren with no games played last week at all, and you really haven't faced any other competition except your own team.
Exactly, and it is a disaster. It's really hard to have high expectations coming out of the gate. With as a coach, you like to have high expectations every year until COVID. COVID's changed everything in athletics. But our volleyball team's been quarantined, our football team's been quarantined, and unfortunately we've pretty much most of our fall sports other than cross country has been impacted by it, and it's put us at a huge disadvantage. And all we can do is try to have the most productive practices as possible. And it's like I really don't have expectations this week. I told our team, I go, we're going to play 3 games and get game experience, and by the end of the week we'll know a whole lot more of what we need to work on as a team to try to get going. So, but these girls, they didn't quit last year, and I'm pretty sure they won't quit this year, regardless of how this week goes.
Yeah, your expectations, obviously, playing against especially a team like Vienna that Coach Boyd has those girls. They're very, very, very good, and they've been good for the last few years. Van Buren's a pretty solid team. When you're coming into these already kind of shorthanded with game time and game experience, even though you've got some seniors coming back, their timing just not there, is it, Coach?
Oh, it's not. We hit pretty much. One of our hitting is once again is major repetition, and really in the last calendar week, we haven't hit the ball that well in practice, which is obviously a concern. But missing all those reps, we can't get them back. So
right.
We've got to play regardless. So. I felt like our girls we went through, they probably hit 30 pitches apiece last night and probably bunted 8 to 10 times. Hopefully, and I really felt like the last round that we finally started hitting the ball better. But we got some girls like Micah Pitchfork last year, but she was DH for, and she's going to have to hit this year. And we've got a lot of inexperienced girls, and we got about 17 players, and really half of our players are extremely inexperienced. So, it's even going to be hard for us to courtesy run for pitchers and catchers this year just because of the learning curve.
Absolutely. So who is the starting lineup today, Coach, for our Lady Tigers?
Denise Stoner will be our catcher. This will be her third year starting there. And we had third base. We got Savannah Manthing. She was our third baseman last year.
Mm-hmm.
Bowers is our shortstop, and she's been our This will be her third year starting there. Andrea Bray started at second base last year, and she'll be our second baseman. At first base, it's kind of I haven't really made a decision, but it's between senior Kayla Howard and then Brooke McCurran, who moved here, was a transfer from Dixon, and Bella Jadwin's going to be playing center field for us.
Okay.
Kennedy Chapman's going to get an opportunity out in left, and Kristen Howe, who didn't play last year but played as a freshman, is going to start in right field today.
Okay. Well, Coach, you're taking on Van Buren. What do you know about this team?
No, pretty. They were kind of in a rebuilding mode last year. Typically Van Buren's pretty solid. They play, it's a lot like playing Licking in baseball. They play fall and spring softball every year. So, their coaches get a good opportunity to progress their team, playing the sport twice a year. In fact, I'm going to try to get them to play us this spring in our first spring softball season.
Okay.
So, last year they were like 4-14, so they didn't play a complete schedule. But I know they were rebuilding, and typically in the past when they used to, my first year coaching, we played in Potosi, the Potosi tournament, and if I remember correctly, and that was when Trista Haven was our pitcher, and she was a pretty good pitcher. We beat them by 1 run in the Potosi tournament. So they've always been competitive, and I expect that today.
All right, Coach. We wish you the very best of luck in your opening game for the 2021 fall season. Sounds weird to say that because you're going to have a spring season, but your 2021 fall season gets underway today. Thanks for the time, Coach, and good luck.
All right, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. Lady Tiger Softball, it is next.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at K&H Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is...
And National Anthem has finished here at the Salem City Park prior to our game today between the Salem Lady Tigers and the Lady Dogs of Van Buren. And we welcome you to the field for this first game of the year for the Salem Lady Tigers. Van Buren comes in with an 0-6 record. The Tigers, of course, having to fight the effects of COVID and being quarantined. Get their first opportunity to play today. Now they will have another game on Thursday against a very good Vienna team, and then they'll make a game up on Friday with Alton. So Tigers will be very busy here the month of September with not only the regular season, but also the opportunity to make those games up. Now, the St. James game will be made up in October, on October 5th, right before districts. However, the 2 games with East Carter and the other game that could have been played that day, possibly against Donovan, those games have yet to be rescheduled. So, going to be a busy, busy time for the Lady Tigers, and they're hoping to get off to a good start today. The starting lineup for the Salem Lady Tigers, it is as follows. Denise Stoner will be behind the plate doing the catching today, and it'll be Micah Bobbitt on the hill. At third base, it'll be Savannah Manthe, shortstop Ashton Bowers. At first base, Brooke Buren, and at second base, Andrea Bray. Out in right field, it's Kristen Howell. In left field, Kennedy Chapman, and out in center, it'll be Bella Jadwin. As we get ready to get things underway on a beautiful sunny afternoon, a little warm, but there's a nice breeze kind of blowing out of the southwest, and that's maybe about 3 up to 7 miles an hour. So the Lady Dogs, again, as they come in with an 0-6 record, Ella Wilbanks will lead things off. She'll be playing shortstop today. Olivia Brown bats second and third. Scarlett Alcorn at first base bats third. Maya Gillespie at first base bats number 4. Hadley Gresham doing the catching, batting 5th. Addison Lewis at second base, bats 6th. Madison Powell, the extra hitter, bats 7th. Emma Odell doing the center field work will be batting 8th. And Olivia Christensen batting 9th, playing right field. And it will be Aubrey Bressler in right field. Make that left field, and she will be not hitting today as Madison Powell hit 4th. First pitch, a strike by Bobbitt. She gets the sign from Stoner and brings home the next pitch. Inside off the plate with a fastball. Wilbanks, right-handed batter, stands in. Hope you're joining us on KSMO Media, whether it be by radio or by stream. We hope you'll join us and enjoy the game. Pitch coming in from Bobbitt. That's a little bit high, 2-1. Straight away in the outfield. The infield cheating in just a little bit for Wilbanks. Usually leadoff hitters in softball have some pretty good speed. She's deep in the box, though, as the pitch comes in. A little bit low. And it's 3-1. Bobbitt had a good first pitch fastball for a strike and has not found the strike zone since. 3-1 to count. Working from the first base side of the rubber. Here comes a 3-1 home. That's a strike, 3-2. Tigers back up a step or two as Bray at second base gets back just 1 or 2 more steps. As the 3-2 pitch from Bobbitt comes home, a swing and a foul tip goes off the shoulder of the umpire, Mr. Beeson. He's fine. Ball kind of nicked off the mask of the catcher Stoner and then caught Mr. Beeson right there in that shoulder pad, right there, right at the crux. And a 3-2 coming home. A little pop fly in the short left center field. That ball's going to fall for a base hit. Tigers get it back in, and no advancement by Wilbanks. A leadoff single by the Lady Dogs leadoff hitter. Olivia Brown will stand in. She is the third baseman. She'll bat from the right side as well. With Bowers cheating in just a little bit at shortstop, that ball lofted just over her head. Fell in front of the charging Kennedy Chapman. And the pitch comes home. Fake bunt there by Brown. Pulled the bat back. Takes ball 1 high. Salem Tigers. Lady volleyball team in action this evening as well, starting at 5:30 in Eminence against the Lady Red Wings. We wish them the best. The pitch, swing, and a foul tip. Goes back to the screen off the glove of Denise Stoner doing the catching today. Denise been back there now 3 years doing the catching. She gives the sign. Bobbitt looks in. The 1-1 with a man at first base and a swing and a foul straight back right at my head. With a screen protected. The old guy here. 1-2 to count. We are in the first inning. No score, just underway, as a matter of fact, from the Salem City Park. Come on out and enjoy it. Lady Tigers, Lady Dogs of Van Buren. The 1-2 coming home. And a swing and a pop-up. Very, very close to the fence. And Stoner makes the catch. and hangs on to it. She juggled it, but she got her second hand over there, got in the glove, kind of lost her balance, started to tilt, and grabbed that ball with the bare hand and held on for the first out. So Brown pops out to Stoner, and Scarlett Alcorn will stand in. Scarlett doing the pitching today for Van Buren. Right-handed batter stands in, kind of deep in the box, facing Micah Bobbitt. The stretch the pitch, that's a strike right down the middle. Again, Tigers do leave a little left center field and the right field line for this hitter. Alcorn waits. The 0-1 coming from Bobbitt. A little bit of an off-speed pitch up high. Like she tried to take a little something off. 1-1 with one down here in the first inning. The pitch coming home from Bobbitt. There's a ground ball in the hole. That's going to be a base hit. Kennedy gets it back in and overthrows it, but backing the play up is the pitcher, Micah Bobbitt, and no advancement on the single by Alcorn. So it's first and second, one out for Maya Gillespie, and Maya will again bat from the right side. She's the first baseman for Van Buren.
Currently at the plate, we have Maya Gillespie.
So Gillespie stands in very deep in the box, as a matter of fact, and off the plate. The pitch comes home. That's a strike on the inside corner. Runner at second base, that's Wilbanks. Runner at first base, that's Alcorn. She's being pinch run for by Elise Keeney. Bobbitt brings it, swing and a miss. Good fastball. Blew it right by her. It's 0-2. Trying to dance around out there as Wilbanks to create some havoc with the catcher, Denise Stoner, but she's been in that ball game before. And the 0-2 coming home, a swing and a foul straight back and out of play. Denise looking for it, but the ball's over the fence. Still 0-2. We are in the first inning. Here the opening day for the Salem Lady Tigers. Bobbitt ready. So is Gillespie. And the 0-2. Here it comes. In the dirt and low. Stoner knocks it down. Had to kind of smother that ball. Wilbanks had visions of taking third, but went back to second base safely. Didn't want to make that out. It's third base. 1-2 the count. Bobbitt ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And Gillespie down on strikes. First strikeout. It belongs to Micah Bobbitt against Maya Gillespie. And now Hadley Grasham will stand in. Grasham doing the catching today, wearing number 22. Tigers straight away. Of course, Manthe in at third base, cheating in just a smidge, right in front of the bag. Bobbitt gets the sign from Stoner. Grasham waits, takes a strike. Wilbanks trying to draw a throw from Stoner, keeps dancing out close to the shortstop, and Bowers just lets her get out there. Brea then comes back and draws her back to the bag. The 0-1 has a foul straight back on a high fastball, and it's quickly 0-2 as Grasham chased that one up around the shoulders. Fouled it straight back. We're in the first inning, no score, 2 on, 2 down. Grasham waits, the catcher for the Lady Dogs. Grounds one in the hole. That's a base hit. They're waving in the runner. Here comes Kennedy's throw home. It's not cut off. It's 1-0. Nobody at third base, and the runners move up. So a single by Grasham in the left drives in the first run of the game. And then the Tigers could not cut that ball off, and that allowed the runners to move up another bag as Wilbanks scored. And Keeney, running for Alcorn, took third base, and Grasham ends up at second. And they'll have a pinch runner for her. Caston Cleaver will go out and run. So Caston Cleaver at second base, and it'll be at first or third base, Elise Keeney. Standing in now is Addison Lewis, the second baseman. Addison bats on the left side and right on top of that plate. Bats actually over the plate. She takes it low and outside. The Tiger infield has to cheat in just a little bit. That was a seeing eye hit by Gresham. Chapman got it through home. Ball was not going to beat the runner. Should have been cut off, but it was not, and allowed the other runners to move up. The pitch, that's high, 1-1. I should say 2-0, excuse me. To Addison Lewis. Lewis, back foot has the toe right on the batter's box line. The pitch comes home, low and outside, 3-0. Bobby was a strike away from getting out of the mess, but Gresham got it to in between Manthe and Bowers into the hole. 3-0 to count. Runners at second and third, 1-0 Lady Dogs. The pitch, high, ball 4. 4-pitch walk, loads the bases up for Madison Powell, the extra hitter, or extra player, you might want to call it. So she will come in and bat also from the left side.
At the plate, we have Madison Powell.
Powell waiting. Wiggles that bat above her left shoulder. So pitch comes in, outside. Ball 1. No place to put this hitter. Tigers fairly deep in the outfield. It's straight away. Just give a little bit of left center to Powell. And on the infield, pretty much straight away as well. A pitch, that's a strike on the outside edge. Right about, let her high. Micah Bobbitt back in the pitching circle, gets back to the hill or to the mound. And the 1-1. There's a smash right at third, right through Manthe. And 1 run is in. Another run's going to score as Chapman has issues with the ball and throws it into third too late. It's 3-0. That ball went right through Manthe at third base. Hit right at her, but she couldn't handle it. And it's now 3-0 on the air by Manthe. So Powell would have drove it in too, but no RBI on that. As Lewis ends up at third, Powell ends up at second.
On the plate, we have Emma Odell.
Emma Odell, their center fielder, standing in now from the right side with an open stance. And the pitch from Bobbitt, a swing and a miss. Well, Micah was 1 strike away from getting out of that first inning. But a seeing eye single, a walk, and then an error have led to a couple additional runs. The pitch. There's a little pop foul off to the right side. 0-2. We are in the first inning, 3-0 Van Buren in the opening day for our Lady Tigers. Glad to have you on KSMO online, KSMOradio.com, streaming with us, or just listening online, whichever you prefer. And the 0-2 way outside, 1-2. A little bit of a spinner up and away. Emma Odell. She waits on the right side with a wide open stance, and she fouls it straight back again. And it's 1-2. Micah Bobbitt stands behind the pitching rubber, now climbs toward that rubber. Again, working from the first base side. Sign from Denise Stoner, doing the catching and the pitch. That's high. 2-2. Manthe in, and as is Mahurin the first. And the 2-2 and a swing and a foul again, straight back over top of the press box. And to retrieve all the foul balls hit here by Odell. Bobbitt gets back into the circle, gets toward the pitching rubber. She's ready. 2 down, 2-2 the count. 2 on, 3-0 Van Buren, and the pitch comes in. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bobbitt, but there was 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and there were 2 girls left. We have now played a total of half an inning. It's Van Buren 3, Salem Tigers nothing. Back in a moment. This is Tigers softball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
It's a minute every half inning, Ben. It's a minute break every time. It's always a... No.
I'd like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. We have Advantage Home Care, ATA Martial Arts, American Family Insurance,
And we welcome you back, Salem City Park, as the Salem Lady Tigers find themselves in a 3-0 hole before coming to bat for the first time here in the fall 2021 season. Now, this will be their last fall season that they have. They'll not have fall softball again anymore in the program. It's going to be moving to the spring, and that will begin this upcoming spring in 2022. So Lady Tigers will play this fall, and then they'll play again next spring. So we'll get a double dip of softball in the same year. How about that? All righty. Denise Stoner will lead things off for the Salem Lady Tigers, followed by Bella Jadwin and then Savannah Manthe. Bobby gave up 3 hits. None of them really hit hard. The hardest hit ball was the one that Savannah Manthe had go right through her legs, and Madison Powell really smoked that one right at her. Savannah would tell you she should have had that, but ball eluded her, went to left field. 2 runs scored on that error. And so Alcorn goes to the hill. Scarlett Alcorn. She has the number 21 for this Van Buren team, and the first pitch down and in. They are in their whites uniforms with the black shoulder caps, gold trim on the shoulder caps, and then the black and gold socks, also a black belt. Salem in their navy blue pants with the Carolina blue shirts, as well as the pinstripes or hip stripe, and then the navy blue and Carolina blue helmets as well. 2-0 to Stoner, and pitch comes in from Alcorn and one off the fists, foul and over to the screen. The ball came in on Stoner quickly, and she spun it off to the right. Stoner gets back in. 2-1 count, the pitch. There's a chopper towards short, and Stoner might be that one out. The throw is just in time. Kind of juggled it, but they still call her out. 6-3 on the put out. Bella Jadwin will stand in. Stoner's got very good speed, and first baseman appeared to juggle a little bit, but the umpire still called her out. Jadwin bats on the left side against Alcorn. Pitch, high, ball 1. Bella about even with the plate in the batter's box. Takes a strike. Straight away for Bella, they do play her to pull on the infield where a second baseman is. So a little bit extra room up the middle. Pitch to Bella. That's a strike on the outside edge. Quickly 1-2. Bella back in, ready, as is Alcorn. A pitch from Scarlett. Foul off to the left side. Late swing by Bella, but stays alive. Maya Gillespie at first base, playing about 2 or 3 feet in front of the bag, while Olivia Brown at third base, playing about 7 to 8 feet in front of the bag. So playing tight on Javlin, even with 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch comes home. Little bit low, 2-2. Just missed. Javlin gets back in. The sign. And here comes the pitch from Alcorn. Foul tip caught by the catcher. She holds on for the strikeout. Good job there by Hadley Grasham as she held on to that foul tip and the first strikeout of the game for the pitcher, Scarlett Alcorn. Savannah Manthe will stand in. Savannah had a really good year last year late. She really turned it on. It's hitting the ball all over the place, and the Tigers are going to need some hitting up and down the lineup a little bit today. Of course, they have not had the repetition that Van Buren has already had with 6 games under their belt. The pitch comes in. That's a strike. Manthe waits as the pitch comes in. That's inside and low. Don't forget Cardinal Baseball coming your way on KSMO radio after this. Taking on the Dodgers tonight. They expect Albert Pujols to play for LA tonight. The pitch coming in, a foul off to the right side. It's going to drift over the dugout and out of play. Ball riding in on Savannah. She fouled it off the fist. Two to count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off that one. Savannah got out in front. She strikes out. Down in order go the Salem Lady Tigers 1, 2, 3. And after 1 inning, it's Van Buren 3, Salem Tigers nothing. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Softball, and you're listening to it and watching it on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is a full-service hospital that features a 24/7 emergency room and a family clinic with several providers for all of your primary care needs. The Salem Hospital has been diligently addressing community needs by expanding their physical and occupational therapy facility and adding a new state-of-the-art 3D mammography machine, as well as a sleep disorder center. Salem Memorial District Hospital, your first choice for local high-quality health care at an affordable price. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
As we return to Salem City Park, 3-0 Van Buren. Glad to have you with us on KSMO Media on your Tuesday afternoon. I know it feels so much like a Monday afternoon, but it truly is Tuesday. And we hope all of you had a very good Labor Day holiday. Hope you had a chance to take in the rodeo. A little bit wet Saturday, but it was still pretty good rodeo all around for the weekend. And they do want to thank everybody for attending and hope you had a good time. In the meantime, Lady Tigers find themselves on the backside of a 3-0 count here after 1 inning of play. It will be Olivia Christensen to lead things off, wearing 00. Three runs on 3 hits back in that first inning, but only 1 of them earned. Olivia chokes up on the bat about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. Facing Micah Bobbitt as the pitch comes in way high. Wind, not much a factor here. A little bit of light breeze coming out of south to southwest. 1-0 pitch from Bobbitt. Comes in, again, way high, 2-0. Micah seems to have kind of lost her release point there. Two-0 pitch, ball 3. Again, not even close. Micah tried to guide that one over the plate, and it just took off out of her hand. So she steps back to the back edge of the pitching circle, now gets back on. And the 3-0 pitch comes home. Ball 4, not even close. So Olivia Christensen gets a 4-pitch walk to lead things off here in the second inning. And Ella Wilbanks, who got a single little pop fly in the left center field to lead things off in this game, will stand in and hit the ball hard, but just hit it right in between everybody in that Bermuda Triangle out there. Tigers play her straight away. Wilbanks scored a run in that first inning as well. Pitch coming from Bobbitt, and she tried to bunt, and the ball hit her, but she tried to bunt that ball. I'm surprised Coach Carr didn't come out, because it kind of looked like it might have foul tipped her before it hit her knee. But they're calling it a hit by pitch. Where's that instant replay, man? Where's that? Let's be checking that. Nobody down. The first two have reached down a walk and a hit by pitch. You square around a bunt and you miss it. Usually I call that a strike. And this time she squared around a bunt. Don't think she got out of the way. That bunt is hard back to the pitcher, who throws to first base for the out. Sacrifice by Olivia Brown is good. Goes 1-4 on the sacrifice, but Wilbanks moved up, as did Christensen. And Scarlett Alcorn, who got a single her first time up, stands in. Her single, just again a little soft grounder between short and third. Mike Gillespie waits on deck. Van Buren trying to add to their 3-0 lead, as the first pitch by Bobbitt up just a little bit up and outside. Tigers straight away in the infield, in just a little bit for possible play at the plate. The pitch, that's a strike. That's outside corner material right there, right on the edge. That's a good pitch. Bobbitt looks in, Stoner with the sign. Alcorn waits, and here comes the pitch. That's high. Two and one to Scarlett Alcorn. Right-handed batter digs in. She's ready, chokes up a little bit on that bat as well. And the pitch. There's a high pop fly right side toward the fence, and not able to make the play that way was Book Buren. Had a ways to run over toward that fence and couldn't catch up with it. Two and two, one down, and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out on a high fastball, as Bobbitt blew it right by her for a third strikeout of the game, and Maya Gillespie will stand in. Well, it would behoove the Tigers if Micah can pitch out of this. So Gillespie, who's playing first base, stands in from the right side, deep in that box, and on the very back side of the batter's box. As the pitch comes in, she grounds it foul. Good play by the coach down there. 3-0 Van Buren. We are in the top of the second inning. At second base, it's Olivia Christensen. I'm sorry, Ella Wilbanks. At third base, it's Olivia Christensen. Two down in the 0-1. That's on the outside corner. Makes it 0-2. A little bit of a changeup there by Bobbitt. Gillespie, who struck out her first time, waits here. And the 0-2 from Micah Bobbitt. Here it comes in the dirt, smothered there by Stoner. 1-2. On deck would be Hadley Grasham if they can keep it alive. Grasham singled in the first run back in that first inning. The 1-2 pitch to Gillespie. Here it is, way high, 2-2, as Bobbitt tried to put a little extra ketchup on that one. Usually it's mustard, but this one slid out of her hand, so I have to assume it was ketchup. The next one comes home and a grounder foul toward the Salem Tiger dugout. Still 2-2. 3-0 Van Buren, top of the second inning. Salem in their second inning will have Bowers, Bray, and Howell. Bobbitt needs a big pitch right here. And here it comes, a little bit low. 3-2. Gillespie had an 0-2 count. Now it's 3-2. Bobbitt nods in agreement. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a grounder toward third. Manthey has it. Throw to first base in time. And a good job by the Tigers there, Micah Bobbitt and company, to get out of the inning without any further damage. No runs, no hits, no errors. A walk, a hit batsman, 2 people left. We've played an inning and a half. 3-0 Van Buren. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're ready for the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Ashton Bowers, Andrea Bray, and Kristen Howell here for the Salem Tigers. They trail at 3-0. Don't forget the Lady Volleyball Tigers will be getting underway here in just a little bit down in Eminence. They'll take on the Lady Red Wings. It's their first matchup of the year, as they had their first matches canceled due to the COVID quarantine. And it's Friday night. Salem Football Tigers will be over at Houston. We'll have that game for you right here on the KSMO Media, your radio and streaming headquarters. So we hope you'll be able to check that out. We can attend the game and support your Tigers, or just tune in, listen, or watch it here on KSMO Media. As Bauer stands in, Ashton singing from the right side, waits. Pitch coming from Scarlett Alcorn to lead off the second. A little line drive to center field. That's the first Salem Tiger hit. Bowers got jammed, but she was able to fist that ball out of center field, and Andrea Bray will stand in. So leadoff single by Bowers. Bray playing second base today. Close on that plate from the right side. First baseman Gillespie right down her throat as the pitch comes in. That's a little bit high. Runner going, throw down, not in time as Bauer steals second base. So Bray has a chance for an RBI here. Pitch was up. And the pitch comes in. That's a ball up high. Nobody out here as we just got underway in the second inning. Leadoff single by Bowers, a stolen base. She's down there at second base. A 1-1 count on the hitter. And the pitch comes in. She chops it towards short. Tough play with the shortstop. Throws to first. Got her, and Bowers will move over to third base. That ball had a lot of spin on it off the bat of Bray. But a good play by the shortstop, Ella Wilbanks, to come in and throw her out. 6-3 on the putout. Bowers over to third base. Ball was not hit very hard. Bowers did not elect to go in front of the shortstop. Waited till she fielded it and then moved. That pitch is low to Kristen Howell. Howell in right field. Batting from the right side. Scarlett Alcorn brings it home. That one's high. 2-0. We are in the second inning. 3-0 Van Buren, all 3 runs in that first. Alcorn spins the ball in her hand and brings it home. That's inside corner. Knee high for a strike. Big hole up the middle. Shortstop plays in the hole. Second baseman plays over in the hole on the other side. The pitch way up high, and Howell went swinging at air. That ball was up in her face mask area, and she tried to tomahawk it, but didn't get it. 1 down, 2-2 count on Kristen Howell. Runner third base, the pitch. Strike 3 call. Howell called out on strikes. That's a big out with a runner at third base and less than 2 out. Could not get that runner home. So they'll leave it up to Micah Bobbitt. Bobbitt waves that bat. The pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Bauer's thinking about it. Doesn't try to come home. Ball eluded the catcher, Hadley Grasham, but didn't get far enough away. Ashley had visions of it, or Ashton, I should say. Bobbitt with an 0-1 count as the pitch comes home. That's down and in, 1-1. Brooke Mahurin on deck. For Van Buren in their third inning, it will be Grasham, Lewis, and Powell. Pitch comes home. There's a high fly ball in the deep center field. Going back, and it's going to be one hop the fence. Bowers will score easily, and Bobbitt will hold up with a long single on a ball that fooled the center fielder, Emma Odell. She thought that ball was going to give it off the end of the bat, was going to fall, and it did not. And a base hit, an RBI for Micah Bobbitt, I should say, as Emma Odell couldn't catch up with it deep in center field. It's a 3-1 game as the RBI from Bobbitt puts the Salem Tigers on the board. And there's a strike. A big 2-out hit by Micah Bobbitt. She, as I mentioned, hit the ball off the end of the bat, but got a good piece of it. And we're looking at a pinch runner here for the Salem Tigers. So Delaney Owens will pinch run for Bobbitt. And Micah with a good hit to dead center. 3-1. Van Buren. Brooke Mahurin stands in. Owens now at first base and a high pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? And the second baseman, Addison Lewis, finally brings it down. So Mahurin got underneath that one and popped it up on the infield. And Lewis with a catch to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 person left. We have now played 2. It is the Van Buren Lady Dogs 3, Salem Tigers 1. Back in a minute. This is Tigers Softball on KSMO Media.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
We're at the Salem City Park. We're in the third inning. It's 3-1 Van Buren as Micah Bobbitt goes back into the pitching circle, surrounded by her teammates. We invite you to keep it here on KSMO Radio after this for St. Louis Cardinal baseball. And we hope you'll enjoy that game as they take on the Dodgers tonight. Ian Happ on the hill. Say Jay Happ on the hill. Don't know who's pitching for the Dodgers. Matter of fact, that was to be announced today, and I never did hear. A 3-1 our score, and standing in is Grasham, and that pitch is high and away, ball 1. So a run by the Tigers in the second have cut into the Van Buren lead. It's 3-1. Waiting for that pitch is Gresham, and that's a strike right there at the letters. Bit of a changeup out there. The 1-1. There's a ground ball up the middle, right to shortstop, and Bowers throws her out. Good job by Ashton Bowers. She got that ball, let it go in a big hurry, and Gresham out by a bunch. Ball's hit hard. Addison Lewis will stand in. Lewis drew a walker first time up. Ended up being stranded back in the first. 1 out now. Lewis, a lefty, like she's looking around the corner. Shows a bunt, tries to bunt, bunts foul. Kind of a half-hearted attempt there. She kind of laughed it off, and coach gives her a new sign. I don't think she really wanted to bunt. She gets back in. She chokes up right on top of that plate with that bottom of that handle. There's a line drive. Caught there by Manthe right down the left field line. Manthe went up, and that ball's almost by her. She reached back, was able to snare it. And 2 down quickly. Here's Madison Powell stands in. Powell hit a smoker at Manthe that eluded her, went right through her for an error that allowed 2 runs to score the difference in this game. That pitch is a little bit low for Powell. A heck of a play by Savannah. Ball caught right in the webbing of the glove. 2 down, a pitch to Powell. There's a grounder foul. She's looking for that outside pitch to do exactly what she did the first time, trying to take it right down that third base line. Got to be disciplined when you want to go the other way. Can't say Major League ball players are disciplined. They can't do it. They're just, well, we won't go there. If somebody gave you half the infield, you think you'd be able to hit it. There's a pop fly down the line, and going back is Bowers, and she gets it behind Manthe. And right down the line in foul territory. A little pop fly there by Powell, trying to just dink it over the head of Savannah, but Bowers was able to range over and make the play. 1, 2, 3, down in order. Go with the Van Buren Lady Dogs. We play 2.5. To the bottom of the third we go with Salem trailing Van Buren 3-1. Coming back in a minute, we have for you more Tiger softball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Three to one our score. To the bottom of the third we go. To be Kennedy Chapman to lead it off, followed by Denise Stoner, then Bella Jadwin. Salem will host Vienna. It's a later start now on Thursday. It's a 5 o'clock start. As Coach Bird and his Vienna team, who, if I'm not mistaken, they won state last year. So that'll be a tough game for the Tigers, tell you. But good competition like that always makes you better. So Chapman stands in to lead things off. Kennedy standing in from the right side. Facing Scarlett Alcorn, as Alcorn's ready. They're in at the corners. And a pitch, a strike to Chapman. Third baseman Brown in about 12, maybe 13 feet in front of the third base bag. Gillespie in about maybe 8 or 9. The pitch, that's a strike on the inside corner. And it's quickly 0-2. Chapman Gets back in, waits. Alcorn brings it. That's a little bit low. They leave the corners for Chapman. Both left and right field corners. They're wide open. The pitch, swinging a foul on one up over her head, really. That ball was right in her eyes. She is able to foul it off. That's a hard pitch to even foul off. She was able to nick it. Staying alive. 1-2 the count. Alcorn brings it. It's in the dirt. It hit her. It hit her in the foot. So Chapman gets hit by the pitch. And she'll run on down to first base. So Denise Stoner will stand in. Denise grounded out softly to short. Almost beat that one out.
We have Denise Stoner.
Alcorn looks in. The pitch comes home. That's a strike. Big hole up the middle as the second baseman, Addison Lewis, plays way over in the hole on the right side. Big gap right up the middle. The pitch and a bunt right in front of the plate. That's going to be a tough play to throw to first base. And no, it's juggled there by Lewis. And the throw to third is not in time, as heading over that way was Chapman. The throw was high, and Lewis kind of juggled that ball. It was a bang-bang play anyway. I'm going to give her a hit. And then with good base running, Chapman went all the way to third. She was at second base and saw Lewis struggling to bring that ball down, and she just took off for third, made it. And it's first and third, and new body out for Bella Chapman, who fouled out to the catcher on a strike her first time. And Stoner will just take second base without a play. A tying run at second base. Nobody out for Bella Chapman. Pitch from Alcorn and a grounder towards second. Run's going to score. It's booted. And then Chapman will make it to first base. The error by the second baseman, Lewis. And the Tigers get a break, and they move it in one run. Ball took a short hop. Lewis was waiting for the big hop. E4 on a scorecard, and Stoner stops at third base for Savannah Manthe. Manthe could give the Tigers a lead with a shot down each line. Left fielder playing extremely shallow. Pitch is a strike. No throw to second base, and Chapman takes it. Manthe struck out her first time on a changeup. The left fielder out there, Bresler, very shallow. And a foul ball off to the left side in front of the Salem Tiger dugout. So Bresler out in left, playing almost like a deep short. I mean, that's how shallow she was. She's back a couple steps now. Swing and a miss on one up and right at the helmet level for Savannah Manthe. Savannah gets back in. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Foul tip. Otherwise, I'm sure Savannah would have been off to the races. The ball eluded the catcher. Grasham and went back to the screen. Scarlett Alcorn running into some trouble here in the third inning. Hit by pitch, a base hit on a bunt, and there's a foul on a high pitch, a changeup that was up in the eyes of Manthe. Then an error by Lewis. Could have charged her with an error in the last play as well on the base hit by Stoner if she juggled the ball, which allowed the runner to go to third. But in all honesty, Chapman never really slowed down. She scored on the error then by Lewis. The pitch, swing and a foul tip again by Manthe. Savannah way out on front on her front left foot. Well, the coaches have backed up their left fielder now, Bresler. Still got room down the lines, though. Tying run at third, lead run at second. The pitch coming to Savannah Manthe, inside and low. 2-2. At third base, it's Stoner. At second base, Bella Jadwin. Nobody out. Pitch coming to Manthe. High, 3-2. Bowers is on deck. Alcorn looks in. The sign from Grasham. And the pitch. There's a smash up the middle. Knocked down by the shortstop and no play. And the run scores to tie it. Manthe cranked one up the middle. A diving effort by the shortstop. Wilbanks saved another run from scoring. It'll be an infield single, an RBI for Manthe. And it's a brand new ball game, 3-3 as Stoner crosses the plate. Jadwin stopped at third, only because the shortstop was able to keep that ball on the infield. So Bowers, who singled her first time up, could give Salem the lead. Still nobody out here in the third, and the pitch way high, and down to second base goes Manthe. So Jadwin gets the RBI on her ground out. That should have been a ground out, but that was booted by the second baseman Lewis. There's a foul straight back. Bowers got that single right up the middle. Back in the second inning to lead off that inning. Eventually came around and scored on a Micah Bobbitt RBI single. One hop off the center field fence. Still nobody out. The 1-1 count to Bowers. Here it is. There's a smash. Fair down the third base line. One run's going to score. Here comes Manthe, and she kind of ran into the third baseman. I didn't see any interference call there, even though Coach Carr is kind of asking for it. The third baseman did not get out of the way of the runner and proceeded to block the base path. But Bowers doubles down the third base line, driving in a run and giving Salem a 4-3 lead as Jadwin scores. Manthe pulls up at third. She was going to try and score as the car was waving her home, but ran into that third baseman. So now Bray takes one down low, ball one, as Scarlett Alcorn has hit a snag here in this third inning. 3 hits, a hit batsman, and an error. The pitch, that's a strike. 1-1. Bowers at second base after the RBI double. Manthe at third base after her base hit brought in a run. The pitch popped up, foul, backing out of play. Bray kind of reaching for that one. Salem trailing this game 3-0 after one, but they have come back to take a 4-3 lead. We're in the bottom of the third, still nobody out. Pitch to Andrea Bray, that's inside. On deck, it's Kristen Howell. Bray back in. Bray grounded the shorter first time. The pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. That's a heck of a pitch there by Alcorn. Bray could not pull the trigger. She is called out on strikes. Strikeout number 4. And there's one out here in this third inning. So Howell, who was called out on strikes her first time up, stands in from the right side. Manthe at third base. Don't want to leave that runner there. The pitch, that's a strike right down the middle. Bowers at second base. Couple of ducks on the pond as the pitch comes home. That's inside, gets away. Here comes Manthe. She's going to score on the pitch off the glove of Grasham. And the Tigers take a 5-3 lead on the pass ball. That ball is up and in, but probably should have been caught. And Bowers goes on down to second base, or should say goes all the way to third base. One and one to count on Howell. And that runner at third base, only one out. Time to bring them in to pitch. That's low. Outfield straightaway, infield straightaway. 2-1 the count as the pitch comes to Howell from Scarlett Alcorn. It's on its way. That's a strike, knee high. Great afternoon, not a cloud anywhere. A little warm, but Every now and then you get a little bit of a breeze. And the 2-2 just a little bit high, 3-2. Bobbitt's on deck. There's one out in this third inning. Salem has scored 4. And the pitch from Alcorn on its way. Grounder fair down the first base line. That's going to bring in a run. Making a turn and going for 2 is Howell to throw there. Not in time. And an RBI double for Kristen Howell. That ball was right over the bag at first base. And Bauer scored easily to make it a 6-3 game. And Micah Bobbitt stands in. Another RBI hit for the Tigers. So 5-run third here for Salem. And Bobbitt's the 8th girl to bat in the inning. She went over the head of Emma Odell in center field. Her first time up. That pitch low, blocked there by Grasham. And Bobbitt made good contact. Odell a little bit deeper this time, but shading her eyes against the sun, which at this time of night can get pretty hectic. That pitch is a little bit low again, bounces to the catcher Grasham. 2-0. Howell at second base, excuse me. She drove in a run this inning with a double. The pitch, that's a strike. Good fastball, right over the heart of the plate. 2-1, 1 down, runner at second base. 5 runs in here in the third. The pitch, there's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. She throws over to first to get the out there. Runner takes third. Ball's hit hard by Micah Bobbitt, but right back at the pitcher. She made a good play. However, Howell was able to advance. So Brooke Mahurin, who stands in, popped up her last time up.
At the plate, we have Brooke Mahurin.
Brooke popped up to the second baseman. She'll stand in from the right side. And the pitch comes home. A swing and a miss. Good swing by Brooke, chasing that outside pitch. This is the 9th girl to bat here in this third inning. Runner at third is Howell. Pitch comes home. It's a little bit inside. 1-1. Alcorn shakes her head no, now yes, and brings it. Swing and a miss. Must have been the right pitch call. In the fourth inning, it will be Odell Christensen and Wilbanks for Van Buren. Mahurin waits. Pitch from Alcorn. Strike 3 call. Outside corner fastball, and she could not pull the trigger. Down on strikes 2 of the last 4 Tigers. However, the Salem Tigers did score 5 runs. They did so on 4 hits. There was 1 big error and 1 girl left in that third inning. We have now played a full 3 innings here at Salem. Our score, the Salem Lady Tigers 6 and Van Buren 3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Color the flowers. The whole place looks amazing. I love it.
Sophia, whatever happens, we're here to protect you. Thank you.
There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
History is what makes the Bank of Salem different. We've been a part of this community since 1883, and we're the first bank in Salem, as well as one of the oldest banks in the Ozarks. We pride ourselves in our commitment to this community and make giving back a priority each year through our many donations and volunteer hours. Our employees are your neighbors, friends, and family who strive to make this community we call home the best it can be. Come bank with us at the Bank of Salem and be a part of Dent County history.
Fourth inning we go, and the Salem Tigers now with a 6-3 lead after a 5-run third inning. We thank you for being along with us on a great afternoon for softball. For Van Buren, it'll be Emma Odell to lead things off, followed by Olivia Christensen. Odell struck out her first time up. Don't forget Cardinal baseball coming up. Hap against Kimball. Now we find out that Kimball will be pitching for the Dodgers. That's tonight, 6:45 game time, or right after our Lady Tigers. We might join the pregame show. It all depends on how long this game goes, but we'll have that for you here on KSMO Radio. Let's get back to some softball here as Bobbitt back to the hill, throws one in. It's a strike call right at the letters. Odell, a tall girl. That ball was pretty high for most girls, but she stood right up, just took it. She is almost a stand-up hitter, so it makes your strike zone bigger. The pitch, and there's a grounder toward first, knocked down by the first baseman, but picking it up and making the play was Brooke Mahurin, and there's one out. Odell grounds out unassisted, 3 unassisted to the first baseman, and Olivia Christensen will stand in. She's playing right field today.
At the plate, we have Olivia Christensen.
The pitch comes home, and that's just a little bit low. Next pitch in, that's a high pop-up. Buren comes in and can't make the play. Got a glove on it. Stoner was there. She got a piece of it, but they couldn't hang on to it. So Christensen has a life. Probably should have been a caught ball, but didn't happen that way. And a grounder to second. Bray over to Mahurin for the out. 4-3 on the put out, so no harm done by that ball being dropped. And at the top of the order we go. Ella Wilbanks will stand in. Wilbanks on the right side was hit by a pitch, is single, scored a run. Pitch from Bobbitt, high. Tigers straight away. As the pitch comes in, that one's high. 2-0, 6-3, Salem on top. In the fourth inning for the Tigers, it'll be Chapman, Stoner, and Jadwin, the same top three as there were in the third inning when they scored 5 times. The pitch, that's high, ball 3. Wilbanks gets back in, fairly deep in the box. As the pitch by Bobbitt comes in, strike on the inside corner, took a little something off that one. The 3-1 coming home. That's low and outside on change. And a walk to the leadoff hitter for the Van Buren Lady Dogs. And Olivia Brown will stand in. Brown popped out to the catcher and also sacrificed, so she's 0 for 1. Right-handed batter playing third base. The pitch, that's high with a fastball. Well, Micah's kind of lost that feel again. She did that back in the first inning, got a little wild. Was able to overcome that. Did that a second inning to start the inning, and they overcame it as well. Pitch, that's a nice pitch and a foul. A little off-speed pitch, and Brown way out in front fouled it back. For the life of me, I thought you were just going to top that right in front of the plate. But she somehow got that bat up underneath it. Maybe on more of a tomahawk chop. This pitch comes home way high. 2-1. We're in the fourth inning. 6-3 for the Salem Tigers. Hope you're enjoying the game on KSMO Media. We'll be doing it again on Thursday. And there's a ground ball in the hole Bowers gets it to throw to first base low, but picked out there by Buren. 6-3 on a putout. No runs, no hits, no errors. Well, one error and make that one left. So no runs, no hits, one error, one left. We have now played 3.5. To the bottom of the fourth inning we go with Van Buren trailing the Salem Tigers now after 3.5 by a score of 6-3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831. Welcome back to the Salem City Park. I kept looking for a cloud, but I didn't find any. We got a lot of blue skies out there. We should have a nice cool front coming through. They're talking about some possible showers this evening, but I'm not seeing anything. At least right now, I'm not seeing anything. And so we've got a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Don't forget, as we mentioned, we'll be back here Thursday, Salem City Park, when the Tigers take on Vienna. That's a 5 o'clock start, against Vienna and Coach Mick Bird, and they're a very good team. It'll be interesting to see. All right, so the Tigers will start out with the same three that gave them 5 runs last inning. That's Kennedy Chapman, Denise Stoner, Bella Jadwin facing Miss Scarlett Alcorn. Van Buren going to play really tight here on Chapman again. Chapman was hit by a pitch her first time, came around to score, and got hit by a pitch again. That one right in the shin of the left leg. Well, 5 more runs would be good if we could do it again. So leadoff hit by a pitch, and Stoner, who has singled and grounded out, scored a run, stole a base, stands in. And a pitch is high to Denise. Again, they bunch Stoner to center field. I mean, those girls are tight toward the middle of the field, leaving the lines wide open. The pitch. There's a little looper right to the first baseman. Gillespie has it, and there's one down. Soft line drive. And Jadwin will stand in. Gillespie had to take about a half a step back, reach up, and make that catch. Bella Jadwin is 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored, stole a base. Bella takes that one away, up and away, up and away. That could almost be a song. In your beautiful balloon. 1-0 the count. Pitch comes on. Trying to bunt that one, but bunts it foul. Charging rapidly was Olivia Brown, but Jadwin's bunt, about 12 feet foul, and no way for Brown to catch up with that one, even though it lingered in the air for a while. Kennedy Chapman at first base. That pitch is a fastball up and away. 2-1. Bella can turn on one, put one down the left field line. Chapman could score. That's how far off the line the right fielder is. That's a fastball high. Bella taking 3-1. Manthe on deck. And the pitch, low and away, ball 4. And a 1-out walk puts runners at first and second for Manthe, who got an infield single but drove in a run. She smoked one up the middle that the shortstop dove for, and Wilbanks prevented a run from scoring at that time, but they later came in on the double by Ashton Bowers. So Manthe with, again, a runner in scoring position. Only one out. And the pitch. Chopper toward third. That's a fair ball. Step on third, throw to first base is not in time. 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice, as Kennedy Chapman was forced. Chad went down to second base, and Manthe now over there at first. And Ashton Bowers will stand in. Ashton 2 for 2 with a RBI, a single, and a double. Halfway to the cycle, as they'll say on TV. Pitch. That's a ball. Harder ones are the triple and the home run than the single and the double. And a couple of runs scored for Ashton. She waits a pitch. There's a high pop-up. Foul toward the dugout and just missed hitting the edge of the dugout. But nobody could get it. Gillespie and Gresham both over that way. But ball just missed hitting the edge of the metal roofing and then came down and hit the just foot of the concrete at the base of the dugout. So 1-1 to count to Bowers. Bray on deck. 2 on, 2 out. Salem up by 3, 6-3. The pitch inside corner with a fastball. 1-2. That was a great pitch by Alcorn. Bowers was leaning out over the plate. That ball tied her up. She couldn't do anything with it. Bowers waits. Open stance as the pitch comes home. In the dirt. Nice scoop there by Gresham. 2-2. 2 down, 2 on. 6-3 Salem Tiger lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bowers waits as Alcorn brings it in. There's a foul at the plate. Van Buren with an 0-6 record. This is the Tigers' first game of the year since the quarantine. If everything would have worked perfectly, this would have been Salem's 5th game of the year, but it did not work out like that. The nod by Alcorn, the pitch. There's a line drive base hit up the middle. A runner's going to try and score, and a throw comes home. Save for the plate. Ball gets away from Gresham, and Jadwin came in, slid right into the catcher. And it's a 7-3 lead on a base hit by Bowers, her 3rd hit of the game. That ball was smoked up the middle. And she took second on the throw home. Manthe ends up at third base as Jadwin comes home to score. So a 3-for-3 day for Ashton Bowers and a couple of ribbies and 2 runs scored. Bray is struck out, grounded out. Alcorn brings it. Strike on the outside corner. Andrea does not agree with that call. But it's still a strike. The pitch in the dirt. Straight change there by Alcorn, and Bray didn't bite. 1-1 to count. 2 down. Bray at the plate takes one up and in. Runners at second and third. Tigers could add to their 4-run lead. 7-3 is our score. Howell's on deck if Bray can keep it going. The pitch. That's a strike on the outside edge. And again, Andrea does not seem pleased with the umpire's decision. The look in by Alcorn. The nod. And she started. Bray started to back out and got back in. And pitcher started to move and then stopped. In baseball, that would have been a balk. The pitch inside. 3-2. 7-3, Salem on top. Got an extra run here in the 4th inning. Oh, with 2 down here. And the pitch. There's a chopper towards third. Begging to play is Brown. The throw to first is in time to get Bray. 5-3 on the putout. Close play, but a good job made by Brown there on the slow chopper down the third base line. But the Tigers do add to their lead. 1 run on a total of 1 hit. There was a hit batsman and a walk. 2 left. We have now played 4. It's the Salem Tigers 7 and Van Buren 3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
We go to the 5th inning. The Salem Tigers with a 7-3 lead as Micah Bobbitt, wearing number 16, gets her warm-up tosses in. Leading it off will be Scarlett Alcorn, followed by Maya Gillespie and then Hadley Grasham. Tigers will be home again Thursday and then on the road to Alton on Friday in one of those makeup games. We also want to let you know the St. James game that had been postponed will be made up October 5th at St. James. So the game was no longer be played here, will be at St. James. So there you go. Add that to your schedule as Alcorn stands in. 7-3 Salem Tigers. Alcorn, who has singled, scored, struck out, stands in for her 3rd at bat. Tiger defense so far this game has been okay and not getting a lot of playing action. A lot of times that shows with a little indecision, but for the most part they've played pretty well up to this point. Let's hope it stays that way. Alcorn at the plate, hits a ground ball to short. Bowers boots it. I knew I just jinxed him right there. Ball kind of came up a little bit on Ashton, and that'll be an error. For Salem, that'll be their 3rd error. They have been able to overcome these errors. Let's see if they can do it now. So Gillespie will stand in, running, and she lines it foul. So Elise Keeney is in running for Alcorn. Gillespie gets back in. Again, she's way off the plate in the right-handed batter's box. Bobbitt looks at the runner, looks at the plate. Ready, brings it way high. Ball gets off the glove of Stoner, and down to second base will go Keeney. That'll be a wild pitch. Denise jumped as high as she could, got just the top of the glove on that ball, but it trickled back to the screen. 7-3 our score. Nobody out. Runner at second base now for Gillespie, and that pitch is outside. Grasham is on deck. The pitch from Bobbitt coming. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Keeney dancing around out there at second base, trying to draw a throw from Stoner, but we mentioned that back in the 1st inning. Denise has seen that play before. And the pitch coming home and a smash. Fair right down the third base line. That's going to bring in a run and make it 7-4. Throws going into third base, and the runner did not take second. I don't know why Gillespie didn't take the bag once the throw was let go, but she stayed there with an RBI single as the runner for Alcorn, Keeney, scores. It's 7-4. Ball was right over the bag. Manthey tried to backhand it, but the ball was by her. And now, still nobody out. Runner at first base for Hadley Gresham. The pitch, a strike on the outside edge. Gresham again trying to get Stoner to throw to first base. Oh, 1 to count. Gresham singled and grounded to short. There's a fly ball in the left field. It's going to fall for a base hit in front of Chapman, right off the end of the bat, and the first three have reached. All started with an error. So first and second, still nobody out as the Tigers scored 5 runs in the third inning like this. And Van Buren has already tallied 1. Now it's first and second, nobody out for Lewis. Addison lined out to third and also walked. The pitch comes home. She tries to bunt, bunts it foul. Tried to bunt her first time up with a half-hearted attempt, and this one's a little bit better, but still, I don't think she really wants to bunt. Left-handed batter that hangs out over the plate. The pitch, there's a space hit in the left field. Kennedy will bring it back in quickly to load the bases. Lewis took that outside pitch and guided it in the left field. And Madison Powell, who hit the ball hard through the legs of Savannah Manthey back in the first inning, is up with the bases loaded. She is the lead run, and Coach Carr coming out to talk to Micah Bobbitt. So we're in the 5th inning. Don't forget Salem football this Friday night from Houston. SCA competition as the Houston Tigers and Salem Tigers will tangle. Houston won in their game last week over St. James, while the Salem Tigers fell 19-13 against St. Clair. So Tigers will try and even their record. Salem will at 1-1 and try and even Houston's record at 1-1. SCA play Friday night at Houston, Missouri. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media. Coach Carr talking to his ladies out there about the situation. Bases loaded, nobody out. You got a force play at home. You got force play at any bag. Mind giving up a run to get 2 if you can. But it'd be even better if you can just strike out the next 3. However, we'll see what Micah Bobbitt can do here. A pretty good hitter, Madison Powell, at the plate. Pitch comes home. She squares the bunt, takes a fastball high. Not going to bunt too much of the bases loaded because all you got to do is reach out, grab the ball, step on the plate. Powell waits, scores 7-4 Salem. The pitch comes in. That's just a little bit high. Manthey at third, dancing back there, trying to get Gillespie to think a little bit, but Bobbitt wanted that call. Thought Denise might throw down there, but it didn't happen. The 2-0, that's high ball 3, and there's no place to put this hitter. Emma Odell on deck. 7-4 our score. Nobody down. Bobbitt walks up, stands on the rubber. And the 3-0 comes home way outside, ball 4, and that forces in a run. An RBI walk to Madison Powell, and Gillespie scores, and everybody moves up a base. Over to third base goes Kristen Cleaver, running for Gresham. Lewis goes down to second. Powell now at first base. Emma Odell at the plate. She's grounded out and struck out. Pitch to Emma. Strike on the outside corner. 7-5 now. Fifth inning action. Salem just got a run to fourth. And here, two scored by Van Buren in the fifth inning. Still nobody out. Odell waits the pitch. Bunts right in front of the plate. Plays at home. It's a force out. And they get that play. Fielder's choice. Play goes 1-3. Fielder's choice. Olivia Christensen will stand in. Olivia is grounded out and walked.
At the plate, we have Leah Spurgeon.
Oh, we have a pinch hitter. So we have Leah Spurgeon standing at the plate. Spurgeon here in the fifth. Hits it right, a line drive, right back at the pitcher. Throw there, and that's a double play. That's a double play. There's a line drive by Spurgeon that was caught by the pitcher. And Bobbitt threw home anyway, just in case they ruled it a safe ball. And then the throw back to first caught Powell off the or Adele off the bag for the double play. So a line out double play, 1, 2, 3, and that retires the side. However, a couple of runs scored by Van Buren. 2 runs on a total of 3 hits. There was an error, and there was 2 girls left. We have now played a total of 4.5. To the bottom of the fifth we go. It's a close one. Salem Tigers 7, Van Buren 5. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at K&H Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
And we return to the Salem City Park. Close one now, 7-5. Salem Tigers scored a run in the second, 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth. There was 3 runs in the first inning for Van Buren and 2 more in the fifth. And that's where we stand right now with the Tigers sending up Howell, Bobbitt, and Mahurin here in the fifth inning. They'll be facing Scarlett Alcorn. And the first pitch comes in. That is a strike on the outside corner. Kristen Howell has doubled, drove in a run, and struck out. Double was right down that first base line. And the pitch, inside and low. So Gillespie now playing right field as Christensen came out of the game. And in the game is Spurgeon. The pitch, grounder, foul off to the right side. So a couple of changes. Spurgeon, who pinch hit, is at first base. The pitch, there's a foul off to the right side, and then off the light standard right back on the field. Well, that should be a 50-point home run, you would think. Tough to do that. So Gillespie now in right field to pitch a grounder towards short. Taken there by Wilbanks to throw across, and the out recorded by Spurgeon, doing a split for really no reason, but it's okay. Look good, though. 6-3 on to put out. Micah Bobbitt stands in. Bobbitt a long single off the center field fence on one hop. That was back in the second inning to drive in a run. Big two-out hit, actually, and then grounded out to the pitcher. The pitch, swing and a miss on one up and in, right, tied her up. Again, they bunch the Tiger hitters towards center field. Micah Bobbitt ready to pitch. There's a strike. Quickly 0-2. Buren waits on deck. There might be a pinch hitter coming up. And the pitch. There's a grounder, foul off the third base line. Bobbitt gets back in. Quickly 0-2 to Micah. And a pitch from Alcorn. That's strike three call. Out on the outside corner with a straight change. She could not swing that bat. And that is a sixth strikeout for Alcorn. So standing in will be Kayla Howard. Here in the fifth inning, a swing and a miss. Howard from the right side waits. Alcorn looks in. And a pitch. Inside and low. In the sixth inning for Van Buren, it will be the top of the order. Wilbanks, Brown, and Alcorn. The pitch, that's outside and low. Big double play, though, turned by the Tigers on that line out by Spurgeon, right back at Bobbitt. Threw home just in case they called it a trap ball. And then Stoner threw to first base to get the double play on the line drive as the runner was out trying to get back to the bag. There's a chopper towards third, taken there by Brown to throw to first. Dropped by the first baseman, Spurgeon, and safe is Howard. Again, trying to kind of do a split there. I don't really know why, but it'll be an error on the first baseman for dropping the ball, and that would be error number 2 on Van Buren. So it'll be Kennedy Chapman standing in. She's been hit twice. She hasn't been to the plate yet, according to baseball stats. That pitch is high and away. Kennedy has scored a run, and she was forced at third base. 7-5 our score. We're in the bottom of the fifth, 2 down. Pitch from Alcorn. That's a strike. Left fielder Aubrey Bressler getting restless as the pitch comes in. That's in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Gresham. Bressler keeps walking around like she's looking for a contact lens. Keep looking down, turning, twisting. Done that myself. But she's fighting the sun as well. That pitch comes, a line drive, soft line drive right to the shortstop. And that retires the side. Chapman lines out to Wilbanks to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and there was 1 left. We have played 5 innings. It's the Salem Tigers leading the Van Buren Lady Dogs 7-5. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is a full-service hospital that features a 24/7 emergency room and a family clinic with several providers for all of your primary care needs. The Salem Hospital has been diligently addressing community needs by expanding their physical and occupational therapy facility and adding a new state-of-the-art 3D mammography machine, as well as a sleep disorder center. Salem Memorial District Hospital, your first choice for local high-quality health care at an affordable price. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
It is the top of the 6th inning. 7-5, Salem on top. Micah Bobbitt back to the hill, or to the circle, as you may more appropriately call it. We'll be back again doing this on Thursday against Vienna, and we'll have that game 5 o'clock start time that day. 5 o'clock. That's Thursday here on KSMO Media. It'll be the top of the order for both the Tigers and Van Buren in the 6th inning. This is Ella Wilbanks. Wilbanks has got a base hit by a pitch and walk. She's 1 for 1. Right-handed batter. The pitch. Takes the low. Wilbanks led off the game with a soft line drive in the left center field. It fell between 3 fielders out there. Nothing they could do. A little pop fly, a little humpback liner. That pitch is up and in, 2-0. The last thing you want to do with a 2-run lead is walk a leadoff man. Don't do it. Olivia Brown and then Scarlett Elkhorn wait on deck. Pitch coming from Bobbitt. That's a mile outside. 3-0. Micah's pitched a pretty good game, but she has a few bouts of just wildness where she can't find a plate for maybe 6 or 7 pitches. And right now, this is one of them. That pitch is a strike, but she guided it over the plate. Three-one count. Here comes the next. That's outside and high. And that leadoff walk, just like we said not to do. They did it. Olivia Brown will stand in. Olivia is 0 for 2 at a sacrifice. Third baseman for Van Buren. Salem's turned a double play in this game on a line drive. Let's see if they get another one. There's a line drive down the left field line, and that's going to be more than one. That's going to be a double into the corner. Getting it back in is Chapman. Runner's going to try and score. They concede the run to keep the runner at second base. So Olivia Brown doubles down the left field line, driving in a run to make it 7-6, and that leadoff walk has come around to score. So 7-6 our score now with nobody down, and Scarlett Alcorn waiting at the plate. She reached on an error by Bowers back in the 5th that opened the gates to a couple of runs. And she has singled and struck out. 1 for 2 in the game with a couple of runs scored. Both of those, though, have been scored by a pinch runner, Elise Keeney. Pitch from Bobbitt. That's in the dirt. Scooped out there nicely by Denise Stoner doing the catching for Salem. Ball was hit pretty doggone hard there down the line by Brown. She got out in front. It was fair by about 2 feet. There's a base hit in the left field. Hooked into there by Alcorn. They're going to send a runner home. There's a play at the plate. No. Ball just died in the dirt when it hit. So Alcorn ties it with a base hit and goes down to second base on a throw, and we're tied at 7-7. Our score. So the pitch comes in, and that's on a corner. Oh, just off the corner. Well, it'll be a good pitch to Gillespie, who singled her last time up. She's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Pitch inside and low. So Elise Keeney running again for Van Buren. Nobody down. Lead run at second base now for Gillespie. 2-0. That's a strike. Bobbin looks in, a sign from Stoner. Tigers straight away. The pitch and a high foul off to the left side as Gillespie got way out in front on the off-speed pitch. She gets back in. Bobbitt, the sign, ready. So a 2-2 and a foul straight back overhead. Right off the end of the bat. Almost got that by her. She was able to stay alive. Gillespie trying to put Van Buren back on top. Bobbitt trying to get the out and a swing and a chopper down the line. Foul. Foul ball. Ball is fouled just by a few inches as it started out fair, but it kept going foul. Manthe go ahead and completed the play, but to no avail. Gresham is on deck. Nobody out. The pitch comes home. Swing, a foul tip. Boy, I was by her, and she just got a piece of it, which eluded Denise at that point. Still 2-2. Bobbin back on to that rubber. Brings the next one. A swing and a miss. She struck her out. That's a big pitch. That strikeout, by the way, for the Tiger hurler is her fourth. Hasn't had one since way back in the second inning.
At the plate, we have Hadley Gresham.
So Gresham stands in. Hadley waits. That's way too high. As at second base, Keeney again trying to draw the attention of Denise Stoner, hoping that she'll try and throw down there. Next one comes in just a little bit low with the fastball. 2-0. Gresham with a couple of hits in this game has driven in a run. Grounded out to short as well. With one down, that pitch is high. Ball 3. Three and 0. Sixth inning action here at Salem City Park. 7-7 game to pitch and a one hopper, make that three hopper over to Bray. Throws to first. Runner goes on to third base. And that's Keeney on the ground out 4-3 by Gresham. And Addison Lewis will stand in. Addison has walked, singled, and lined out. 7-7 our score.
At the plate, we have Addison Lewis.
Bobbin ready, brings it, and there's a ground ball to Bauer. She has to throw to first in time, and that retires the side. But not until 2 runs score by Van Buren. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 left. We have now played a total of 5.5 innings. Our score, it's Van Buren 7, Salem Tigers 7. To the bottom of the 6th we go. In 1 minute, this is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the bottom of the 6th inning, and we have a 7-7 ball game. For the Salem Tigers be at top of their order, just like it was for Van Buren. They were able to tally a couple of runs. Let's see what Salem can do here. Denise Stoner, who is 1 for 3. She's lined out to first and grounded out to short and got that base hit, stole a base, and scored. Bella Jadwin will be up after that. And she is 0 for 2. And then Savannah Manthe, who is 1 for 3 in the game. Let's see what the Lady Tigers can do here. Stoner standing in. The pitch, it's in for a strike. Great afternoon. A lot of people out and about watching or listening to Lady Tiger softball or just enjoying the park. There's a smash right off the leg of Brown at third base, and that'll be a base hit. She never even had a chance to move. That ball hit the inside of her ankle, and I can tell you that ankle's probably going to be pretty sore tomorrow. That ball was ripped. She never even had a chance to get her glove down. And Jadwin will stand in. Of course, that's also the Sun field now over at third base, shortstop left field side. And shadows start to creep out toward first base. Jadwin trying to bunt it foul. Stoner at first base. Denise has got good speed. She might even try and steal a base here. Jadwin at the plate. The pitch from Alcorn outside. Looks like Stoner's trying to measure catcher Gresham there. As new first baseman Spurgeon doesn't appear as confident as Gillespie did at first base. The pitch, the bunt attempt by Jadwin, again foul. Bella's got that bat turned sideways. Never going to put that ball fair with a bat turned that way. Trying to go down the third base line, but if I was Bella, I'd be pulling or trying to push that bunt down the first base line. Right now, she's in a hole. 1-2. Stoner at first base. The pitch, high, 2-0. The throw to first base, not in time. She got Gresham to throw down there. We've seen catchers throw that ball away, trying to pick off that runner. 2-2 the count. A lot of room down the left field line for Bella. The pitch, outside corner, strike 3. Runner going, and Stoner's in safely. Bella called out on strikes. That ball a tad bit off the edge of the plate, but the umpire called her out, and that's strikeout number 7 for Alcorn. But Manthe is up with a lead run at second base. We're in the 6th inning, getting real late now. Manthe, who has a base hit in this one, takes it a little bit low and inside. That was almost a better pitch than what was a strike 3 on Bella. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 6th. Runner second base. That's in the dirt. Gets by, and down to third goes Stoner. That's a big wild pitch. Stoner with a couple of steals in this game. Both of them have been instrumental in scoring. Well, we know one was instrumental in scoring a run. Let's see if this one is. As Manthe needs to put the ball in play. The pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into right center field. That gives the Salem Tigers the lead. Manthe thinking about second. Goes back to first. 8-7 Salem Tigers. Again, that stolen base comes in handy in getting the lead run. And now Ashton Bowers, who's 3 for 3 in the day with 2 singles and a double, has driven in 2. Manthe also with 2 RBIs in the game. 8-7 our score. The pitch to Bowers. Outside with a fastball. Throw to first and back in easily is Savannah Manthe. Bowers, right-handed batter. A little bit of an open stance. Alcorn looks. Scarlett brings it. Here's a little shot into left center field. And a left fielder comes way over to make that catch. And normally center field territory, that's Bressler. Pretty good play. Ball off the end of the bat, and Bressler got over there. And Andrea Bray will stand in. Bray has grounded out to short, grounded out to third, and struck out. She's 0 for 3. Pitch comes home, shows bunt, takes a strike. Bressler keeps dancing around out there from left center to over to left. They give Salem a whole bunch of room in the left field line. There's a ground ball towards short. Taking there to throw to first base is in time to retire Bray. 6-3 on that put out to retire the side, but the Salem Tigers take the lead. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and there was 1 girl left. We have now played 6 full. The Salem Tigers 8, Van Buren 7. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is the 7th inning. It will be Madison Powell to lead things off, followed by Emma Odell, and then it'll be Spurgeon. Leah Spurgeon will be the 3rd hitter of the inning. Powell has walked and reached on an error. Her ball through the legs of Manthe back in the 1st inning allowed 2 runs to score. Right now, Salem with a 1-run lead, 8-7. Powell, left-handed batter. She's ready as the pitch comes in, low and in the dirt. Powell chokes up just slightly on that bat. Pretty even with her stance. Has that high bat and trying to go to left field, fouls it over the fence out of play. Really trying to wait on that swing and go to left field. Big gap in left center, by the way, for the Tiger defense as Chapman way over and left. The pitch outside and low. Bobbitt trying to get through this 7th inning. The pitch, there's a smash again right through the legs of Manthe for another error. Ball hit right at her, and she kind of lifted her leg out of the way. That's why they call it the hot corner. And they may be running for Powell. I believe they're going to have Michaela Shepard run for Powell. So Michaela Shepard running for Madison Powell. That's a tough play, but ball hit right at Savannah Manthe. We've seen her make that play in the past, and either she didn't see it, lost it, But she got that leg on everything else out of the way. That ball went right between her legs. So the leadoff girl on here in the 7th. Emma Odell standing in. The pitch. She has a hard one, too. Bowers out at second. The first, no. Got the lead runner, though. That was a nice play by Bowers on the backhand. She got it, realized she could not turn two more than likely, but went ahead and gave it the try. So reaching on the fielder's choice is Emma Odell. Powell is out, I should say. Michaela Shepard is out. 6-4 on the putout, as Bray had a long way to go. And now Spurgeon stands in and swings and misses. Spurgeon lined into a double play back in the 5th. Right to Bobbitt, who came home to Stoner for no reason, really, as she caught the ball in the air. And then Stoner threw to first base for the double play on the line drive. And the pitch, there's a ground ball again, right back up the middle. That one's going to trickle through. Bobbitt couldn't knock that one down. Throw it back to second base, and they almost had her. Odell rounded the bag and was a little slow in getting back. And so now it's runners at first and second with one out. Spurgeon had one right up the middle. Bobbitt got a piece of it, slowed it down, but couldn't knock it down. And now Ella Wilbanks, who is 1 for 1. She got a base hit in this game. She's walked twice, been hit, and stands in. Tying run at second, lead run at first base. Pitch by Bobbitt, inside and low. Eight, 7, Salem with the lead. Bobbitt looks in. Stoner gives her the sign. Odell at second. That's the tying run. The pitch. A little bit high, 2-0. Wilbanks gets back in. Right-handed batter. Kind of wears sports goggles. And the pitch. That's a strike on a straight change. 2-1. One down. We're in the 7th. Leah Spurgeon, the runner at first, is the lead run. Odell at second, the tying run. That's a strike on the outside corner. And it's 2-2. Bobbin the sign. Ready. Here it comes. Just missed outside and asked to check, but there's no umpire down there. Denise was trying to appeal, but umpire's out between second and third. 3-2 to count. The pitch to Wilbanks. Strike three call on the inside corner. She was looking for something out over the plate, and Bobbitt painted the inside edge. She's called out on strikes, and that is Bobbitt's 5th strikeout. And Olivia Brown stands in. Olivia cranked a double on the left field liner last time up to drive in a run. She's also sacrificed and grounded out to shortstop and popped out to the catcher. 2 out, the pitch. That's just outside with a fastball. So again, same scenario. Adele at second. That's the tying run. Spurgeon at first. That's the lead run. Brown at the plate, playing third base. Check swing, grounder to second. Bray has it. Throw to first in time. And the Lady Tigers hold off and beat the Van Buren Lady Dogs by a final score of 8-7 here in their home opener and their opening game of the season, beating Van Buren, who falls to 0-7 on the year. Check swing by Brown. Didn't mean to do it, but it hit a trickler to Bray at second and threw out the young Lady Dog to end this game as the Salem Tigers get that big 8-7 win, that big first win of the year. That's always a good feeling to have. And the Tigers, though, will have a big test coming up Thursday when Vienna comes to town. But they'll like the end of this one 8-7 Salem. Will come back in 2 minutes. This is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Color the flowers. That's just the whole place looks amazing. I love it.
Sophia, whatever happens, we're here to protect you. Thank you.
There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
History is what makes the Bank of Salem different. We've been a part of this community since 1883, and we're the first bank in Salem, as well as one of the oldest banks in the Ozarks. We pride ourselves in our commitment to this community and make giving back a priority each year through our many donations and volunteer hours. Our employees are your neighbors, friends, and family who strive to make this community we call home the best it can be. Come bank with us at the Bank of Salem and be a part of Denton County history. Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
Well, the Salem Tigers here to Salem City Park. They defeat Van Buren by a score of 8-7, and this game kind of seesawed back and forth as both teams had runs in this game, and we'll tell you about those in just a second. It was Micah Bobbitt going 7 innings, giving up 10 hits, 7 runs. 5 of those runs were earned. She did have 5 strikeouts in the game, and one of those a key strikeout against Ella Wilbanks in the 7th inning on a called third strike. Well, that was a big play there because Wilbanks had been on base 4 times earlier in the game. And of course, a couple of those on walks, but still, nonetheless. But she had 5 walks, 5 strikeouts in the contest, but came away with the win, giving up 10 hits. And Alcorn pitched very well in her 6 innings of work. She gave up 9 hits to Salem Tigers, but 8 runs. Of those 8 that the Salem Tigers scored, again, 6 of those were earned. She didn't walk a lot of people in this game. There was, a lot of times you see that happen. She did hit, though, Kennedy Chapman twice to lead off innings in the game, and both of those ended up coming back to kind of hurt her as the Tigers were able to score runs in those innings and really just had 1 walk. She finished with 7 strikeouts in the games. The Salem Tigers win it 8-7. We'll go over the scoring in this game, and when we return in, let's say 2 minutes when we return, this is Tiger Softball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at KSMO Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. KSMO Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Tigers win it 8-7. This game started out, though, all in the favor of Van Buren. Leadoff base hit by Ella Wilbanks after Brown popped out. Scarlett Alcorn got a base hit. Then Gillespie struck out. And within one pitch of getting out of that first inning, Micah Bobbitt had a little seeing-eye base hit by Hadley Gresham into left field that brought in the first run, made it 1-0. She then walked Addison Lewis before Madison Powell, left-hander, hit a one-hopper right at Savannah Manthe, and she couldn't come up with it for an error. That allowed 2 runs to score, made it 3-0. Tigers got one of those runs back in the second inning. A leadoff single by Ashton Bauer. She stole second base, went to third on a grounder, and then came home on a base hit by Micah Bobbitt, a one-hopper that hit the center field fence. Tigers came back in the third inning after a nice shutdown inning by Micah Bobbitt, a straight 1-2-3 third inning. Tigers were able to score 5 in the third inning. A leadoff hit by pitch to Kendi Chapman. Then Denise Stoner got a base hit. Bella Jadwin hit a grounder towards second base that Addison Lewis kicked that allowed a run to score to make it 3-2. Manthe then got a base hit that drove in a run. That made it 3-3. Ashton Bowers then doubled in a run to make it 4-3, and then then a double by Kristen Howell made it 5-3, and a wild pitch made it 6-3 in that inning. Then in the fifth inning, it was the Van Buren Lady Dogs coming back. An error by Bowers opened the door. A wild pitch sent Scarlett Alcorn's runner, Elise Keeney, to second base, on a base hit by Gillespie, made it first and third. Then Hadley Gresham got a base hit that made it an extra run coming in for Van Buren, and a base hit by Lewis added to that before a line-out double play by Spurgeon killed the threat by Van Buren to add more to it. Tigers did get a run back in that fourth inning after Chapman got hit by a pitch again to lead off the inning. A line-out by Stoner, a walk to Jadwin, a fielder's choice by Manthe, and a base hit by Bowers to drive in a run. And at that time made it a 7-5 game. But Van Buren wouldn't go away. Leadoff walk to Wilbanks in the sixth. A double by Brown brought her home, and that made it a 7-6 game. And a base hit by Scarlett Alcorn tied the game at 7-7. But the Tigers persevered in the sixth inning. A leadoff single by Denise Stoner. She stole second, went to third on a wild pitch, and Savannah Manthe brought her home with a game-winning RBI, it turns out to be, on a base hit in the right center. Van Buren had their chances in the seventh inning. An error by Manthe opened the door, and here on the leadoff hitter, a fielder's choice as M. Odell hit one to Bowers. A good play by Ashton going to her right and then threw back to second base to get the lead runner. A base hit by Spurgeon up the middle made it first and second with just one out, but Wilbanks was called out on strikes, and then Brown grounded out to second on a check swing. Tigers win it 8-7, 1-0 on the season, and put Van Buren at 0-7 so far on the season. So the Tigers, under Coach Carr, will see Vienna come to town. That will be on Thursday at 5 o'clock. It's a 5 o'clock start, and that will be here on KSMO Media, starting with Tiger Talk at about 4:45 or so with Coach Philip Carr. For the entire staff at KSMO Media, that's Ben and Krista and Stacy and yours truly, Stan Stevens, we thank all of you for joining us. And Jim back at the station, making it all the handles and twists and turns, making it work. We're glad that you can be with us for this big win by the Salem Tigers to open the season. Final score, Salem 8 and Van Buren 7. Have yourselves a great evening, and stay tuned for Cardinal Baseball on the radio side right after we depart here from the Salem City Park. Have yourselves a great evening and good night from the Salem City Park.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports right here on KSMO. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by these fine sponsors: the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, American Family Insurance, Calvin Malone Agent, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Town and Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Healthy Dent County, Southtown Furniture, and State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent. Be sure and follow us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Plus, visit us online at ksmoradio.com for more Salem Tiger football action.